Now at 6, hot and cold fluctuating temperatures can take a toll on your HVAC system. KOAM's Chris Warner has some tips for staying comfortable while reducing wear and tear. Plus, the city of Joplin moves forward on plans for an affordable housing complex. And riders from the Fort Scott Rodeo team look to rope in a national title.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Ottawa County prosecutors drop a DUI charge in a crash that killed a 9-year-old boy. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. The incident happened in April. Douglas Gray of Miami was driving a UTV when 9-year-old Easton Freeman fell and was hit while running alongside it. That's according to witnesses. EMS took Easton to a Tulsa hospital where he died. Gray and his passengers were uninjured. Court records indicate Gray refused preliminary breath and blood tests, but a court-ordered blood draw was taken. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol tells KOAM those results are still pending. The OHP had recommended a manslaughter charge, but the Ottawa-Delaware County District Attorney's Office amended it and filed a DUI charge before dropping it this week. The Highway Patrol says the investigation is ongoing, and they'll continue working with the DA's office in providing details behind recommended charges. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for a first look at the weather.
Well, it turned out to be a great day for us today. Temperatures fantastic. Into the 80s once again. We stay into the 80s over the next several days. Some thunderstorm chances early tomorrow or tomorrow morning. And then it looks pretty good through Saturday, but thunderstorm chances again popping up late Saturday and then into Sunday. So a lot to watch as we go through the next few days. Let's go into tomorrow morning. We get briefly unstable during the morning hours. A few hit and miss showers kind of pop up into thunderstorms. Some of these, once they get into southwestern Missouri, northwest Arkansas, could be low grade severe. So we got to watch this 9-10 a.m. and then by noon they're gone. And then the rest of the day shaping up pretty good. All right, 79 for us today. Average high is 77, so pretty close to where we should be. Temperatures back into the 80s tomorrow. We'll have your full forecast here in a bit.
See you soon. Weather in the 4 states can change in the blink of an eye, from hot to cold and back again. That leaves some folks switching from air conditioning to heating and back again to keep their homes comfortable. But are there easier ways to stay cozy at home without having to fight to keep the temperature balanced? KOAM's Chris Warner spoke with a local HVAC expert to find out what you can do.
Springtime in the 4 states. No, wait. Wintertime in the 4 states. Springtime again? Oh, we all know the weather here in our beautiful neck of the woods can bring you all 4 seasons in a matter of hours. So how can you keep up with this uncomfortable balancing act and keep your home cozy? Well, Cole Osborne with Prime Heating and Air says that can be challenging.
At a 50-degree morning, essentially your heater only needs to put out about 1/3 of its heat capacity. So unless you have variable speed or multi-stage equipment, you don't have any choice but to make your furnace run 100% on. And that is like having a blast furnace in the house. You heat up the air very quickly, but not all the things in your house.
While the demand placed on your system to switch between heat and air is minimal, he says there are other issues that can arise, making it difficult to keep your home comfortable, like humidity.
I would encourage people to add dehumidification to the house, a standalone dehumidifier that could remove humidity without changing the temperature of the house.
Osborne says there's a feature on most thermostats that you may tend to overlook that provides benefits beyond heating or cooling your home.
Most thermostats have the ability to change the fan speed or change the fan from auto to on. So auto is where the fan only runs with a call for heating or cooling. On allows the fan to run 24/7, and some smart thermostats might allow you to program a circulation time period, so it might run for 20 minutes out of the hour or 30 minutes out of the hour. So that's kind of beneficial for this time of year when your air conditioner is not running a lot, but you can still turn your fan on and filter the air. And when we have a lot of pollen in the air in the spring, you might want some extra filtration.
And if you're wanting to get the most out of your HVAC unit, whether it's hot or cold, there's a very simple thing you can do.
The best maintenance you can do is to keep it clean. So you want for your air conditioner, you want the outside unit to be clean, not full of debris.
I'm Chris Warner for KOAM Skywatch Weather.
Now, Osborne adds, if you know your unit's getting pretty old, it's better to replace it when you're ready instead of waiting for the unit to tell you to replace it when it breaks down. Plans for a new low-income housing development in Joplin are in the very early stages, but the city planner has provided an artist rendering of how it could look. The plan is for 3 two-story duplexes along Sargent Avenue between 20th and 21st Streets. As we've reported, the city plans to demolish the old Freeman Hospital that's fallen into disrepair currently on that site. City officials say Joplin has a shortage of affordable housing for low-income residents, and in fact, it's a problem statewide.
I know there's significant need for affordable housing, and that's in rental and in homeownership. And what the JEDI does is been homeownership with the city of Joplin, but we're just now starting to get into the rental side because 64% of renters spend more than 30% of their income on their housing.
The city has not yet established a timeline for demolition of the old hospital or construction of the new housing. The Rough Riders look to return to Crowder College with a title for its softball team. John's going to have their story coming up later in sports. But up first, 8 seconds to glory.
The Fort Scott Community College rodeo team is headed to nationals. I'm Samantha Walker, and I'll have that story coming up.
Next month, Southeast Kansas will be represented at the national level. The Fort Scott Community College rodeo team is qualified for the College National Finals Rodeo in Casper, Wyoming. KOAM Samantha Walker met with the team to learn about their work to get there.
For 28 years, Chad Cross has been coaching generations of riders on the Fort Scott Community College rodeo team.
Our rodeo team is really not any different than a football team. Obviously, the events are quite different, but they're student athletes and do all the stuff. And we work hard, train hard, and practice hard.
The rodeo team is well accomplished, winning their regional competition 3 years in a row. This year, the team as a whole qualified for the College National Finals Rodeo in Casper, Wyoming.
We've just been blessed with good opportunities, and we were going to try our best either way. And we knew what we wanted to do, and we just strove after it, and very blessed it ended up how it did.
6 young men will be representing Fort Scott, competing in both bareback and saddle bronc riding events.
There was always a goal, and then it just feels good when you accomplish it. It feels good to go out there with the team.
Both the riders and the coaches say the team is here every day, putting the work in before they hit stage.
It's one of those things like we know what we want, we know what we need to do to get there. We're just going to go out there and just do our job like we would anywhere else.
You know, you always have to have it on your mind, thinking about it, and put in work, practice, and you really just can't ever stop thinking about it.
And while the competition in Casper will be tough, with the 40 best collegiate athletes competing in each event, the team has confidence.
If they draw good, they're going to ride good, and I think we have a really good chance of walking out there national champs.
I think our whole crew just kind of goes on the idea that we're ordinary people with the goal of doing extraordinary things.
And make Southeast Kansas proud, all the same.
Fort Scott isn't the biggest area, but the amount of support we have around this area it's pretty special.
You want to do well for the people around you, and then knowing they have your back it's a good feeling.
Reporting in Fort Scott, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
The College National Finals Rodeo will start on June 15th. A little bit later, a big signing day for Webb City Cardinals taking their skills to the next level. John has more coming up in sports.
Plus, we have to start tracking showers and thunderstorms the next few days. We'll look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be a nice Thursday for us today. Temperatures pretty good across the region. Have had some clouds during the afternoon due to some showers, mainly to our south, but these are going to stay to our south for us tonight. But there's a little wave rotating out of southern parts of Colorado. It's going to kick in. It's a little upper level wave tomorrow morning, and it will give us at least chances to get some scattered thunderstorms in the morning hours. But this evening's fine. Tonight is fine. Here's 8:30 in the morning. Couple little thunderstorms trying to pop up in northeastern Oklahoma and then quickly push east. But once they get into Missouri, also northwestern Arkansas, some of them could be a little bit low-grade severe, talking mainly hail and gusty winds, but they get even stronger as they push out of the region. They should be out by 11 a.m. So really our window is kind of 8 to 11 a.m. Then the rest of the day looks fine. We have sunny skies, westerly winds, temps into lower 80s. Tomorrow night's going to be nice and quiet. We'll drop back into the mid 50s. Saturday looks great until late Saturday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms start to pop up in our southern counties and then kind of drift in as we go through late Saturday evening. Some of these guys could be stronger, probably not severe, but something we'll keep our eyes on. On your Friday, 61 start, 74 by noon, high temp 83 or 84. It is going to be breezy sticking around tonight. Those southerly winds gusting 20 upwards to 30. They switch out of the west as we get into tomorrow afternoon. Still kind of breezy, gusts 15 to 20 miles per hour. Thursday going on, so you can see a lot of cars out there downtown Joplin. Great shot, Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. We're sitting upper 70s to near 80 degrees through the evening. Slide back through the 70s into the 60s. And as we go into the weekend, of course, those thunderstorm chances start to increase. We already looked at Saturday, main severe threat to our south. Sunday gets a little interesting. We're going to have a dry line set up kind of near Wichita to Oak City. Severe thunderstorms will erupt and then push in. So a little higher threat on Sunday, a little higher threat on Monday as well. Then most of this will shift east as we go into Tuesday. But several days we need to really pay attention, especially Sunday and Monday. All right, Saturday evening, those scattered thunderstorms. We could start the day Sunday with a few thunderstorms, but most of the day is okay until thunderstorms erupt out to our west and then start to push in Sunday evening. We'll start the day Monday with scattered showers and thunderstorms, and then thunderstorms erupt again as we get into Monday evening, showers and thunderstorms into Tuesday morning, and then finally shifting out of here once we get into Tuesday afternoon. We'll have to see where those heavier bands set up, but a lot of us will at least pick up an inch of rain as we go through the next 4 or 5 days. Temps stay into the lower 80s all through the weekend and early next week. Then we start to dry out. We actually cool down. Look at Wednesday, a high of only 65, which is about 12 or 13 degrees below where we should be.
And lows in the 40s.
Yeah.
Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, Pitt State Baseball plays its first NCAA tournament game in Minnesota. And a couple of Webb City Cardinals signed to play basketball at the college level. John Dales has those stories and more up next in sports.
Pittsburgh State Baseball plays its first NCAA tournament game this afternoon, and the Gorillas are hoping to be the one out of the 4-team regional to advance to the next round. They certainly get off to a good start today. PSU crushes Henderson State 18-5 in its NCAA tournament opener. Gorillas rack up 17 hits, including 4 home runs by 4 different players. This sends the Reddies to the elimination bracket, and Pitt State remains in the winner's bracket. Tomorrow we'll face the winner of tonight's contest between Arkansas Monticello and the host school Minnesota State Mankato. Elsewhere, Coffeyville baseball has its season come to a close this afternoon. The Red Ravens fall to Cloud County 13-0 in an elimination game at the Plains District Tournament. They finished the year with a record of 35-20. Well, Pitt State softball made it to an NCAA regional in its first year under the direction of head coach Josh Barnes. He came over from Crowder. Now, because of that, the Rough Riders also have a first-year head coach, Nikki Keck, and have had plenty of success as well. This afternoon, the Crowder College softball team gets cheered on by friends and family as they load onto the bus and embark for Arizona. That's where the Rough Riders are headed for the NJCAA Softball World Series. Crowder earned a spot by winning the district tournament last weekend and is ready for whatever challenges lie ahead.
Being the younger sister, watching my sister do all this stuff, it's very exciting for her, but very emotional at the same time because it's just the farthest that she's ever been, and this is a very exciting moment for her.
And we've got another district championship game tonight for high school softball in Missouri. Liberal hopes to repeat as the Class 1 District 6 champion. This one coming down to the wire, and as we come on the air, the Lady Bulldogs hold a 1-0 lead over Lockwood in the 6th inning. Tigers won the only regular season meeting between these two, and we're going to bring you the highlights from it later tonight at 9 and 10. And Webb City High School is known for its prowess on the football field, but the Cardinals basketball program is no slouch either and is producing several college players in recent years. Webb City High School seniors Holton Keith and Eli Pace both signed letters of intent this afternoon to continue their basketball careers at the next level. Keith is headed to North Arkansas College, and Pace signs with Spoon River Community College in Canton, Illinois. For both of them, today is the culmination of years and years of hard work.
Level in basketball since I was real small, and just with Coach Hunter and his play style that he runs down there, it fits to me perfectly. I like to play fast, and just the players themselves also, and just felt like the best fit for me.
Ever since I was a little kid, I grew up in a basketball gym, so just a couple days after I was born, I was in a basketball gym watching my brothers play, so it's always been a huge dream of mine. It feels amazing. It feels a lot like a full circle moment, all the hard times in the gym, practice by myself, it feels really good to be able to sign and know where I'm going.
That's it for sports. We're back right after this.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. Prices might look a little higher at Walmart in the coming weeks. We're going to have the latest on how tariffs could impact the retail giant. Plus, some outstanding student teachers are recognized at the Bicknell Center tonight. And the Joplin community heads out to Main Street for the May edition of Third Thursday. Those stories, a lot more. It's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The Miami Public Library turns to the public for ways it can implement grant money to better serve the community. The library plans to use the money to develop and distribute new tools, resources, support for librarians, help them engage the community in new ways, specifically an enhancement to their services and materials for people with cognitive challenges and other disabilities.
We want to speak with the people that we are targeting themselves. So if someone has a cognitive disability, if someone has autism, is anywhere on the spectrum, we want their input, whether it's an adult or a child. We have some surveys with pictures for kids where they can circle things. Adults can do that too. They can write on there what they're struggling with. But it's important because we need to hear from them directly what they want.
The grant came from the American Library Association's Transforming Communities initiatives. Some changes coming in the weather.
Yeah, a few thunderstorms to kick off Friday. They're going to be very scattered. Most of Saturday looks pretty good, but a bigger severe threat moving in Sunday and Monday.
Final sports notes.
The Thunder have a chance to clinch their second-round playoff series tonight, Game 6 in Denver at 7:30.
Wow, a lot on the line. We're going to leave you tonight with this live look at the Third Thursday event now underway in downtown Joplin. Quite a crowd on this beautiful evening. We're going to see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.